Hey guys, this is Kayla at Becky's Graphic Design in Nashville, Tennessee, and today we're going to talk about two different scripts you can use to relink your images in InDesign if the file names or even the extensions get changed outside of InDesign. So let's hop over and have a look at our document. You'll see we've got three images here, and if we look at our links panel over here on the side of the screen, you're going to see that we have two images with a string of numbers as the name, and we only have one image up here with a descriptive file name. What if you needed a descriptive file name for all of the images in the book? But what happens when we do that? If we hop over to our File Explorer, we're going to see all of our linked images in here. Now let's find this one, yes. So let's do running hoodoo, and we're going to let that go. When we flip back to InDesign, now we can see that this is a missing image because the file name has changed. InDesign can no longer recognize what that image was. By the way, if your InDesign does not look like mine, make sure you are utilizing the book workspace. You can switch it up here at the top of the screen and select book. So InDesign is now going to prompt me to fix my mistake. I'm going to double click on this, and I'm either going to have to, one, know the new file name, or two, visually look through this list and identify my image. Where did it go? I don't even see it. I'm blind, guys. Oh, there it is. Okay, now that image is relinked. That wasn't so bad, but what if you had a file where you had hundreds of images and all the file names or the extensions got changed? Going back in and relinking all of these one by one is not good. No, a huge headache. Luckily, there are two different scripts that can help us with this. The first one is simply called InDesign Relink. And in this forum from 5 years ago, there's someone asking this same question about what happens when their file name changes and they need to relink it. Of course, answered by the infamous Zhongware, we have an answer. This is the script. It is called findlostimages.jsx. You can download this script, or you can copy and paste all of this into a text file and name it blah blah blah.jsx, and then put it into your scripts folder. Now, if you're not familiar with scripts, don't freak out, it's okay. I have plenty of other videos on the channel about how to use, how to install, how to find scripts. They're not scary. They're kind of like a Photoshop action. They add additional features to InDesign that aren't included in the stock version of the software. If you need a link to how to install and use a script, you'll find that somewhere around here. I'm simply not going to cover that in this video because I've covered it many times before. So I already have the two scripts we're going to talk about installed in my system. So let's flip back to InDesign, and I'm going to open up my scripts panel. So the first script we're going to talk about today is the more basic of the two. This one is called Find Lost Images by Size. And that's all it does. It's going to look for the exact dimension of your image. If it finds a match in the folder, it's going to relink it. So let's go in and rename one of our files again. We're going to go to our File Explorer. And here is our chicken. So let's rename this to a descriptive file name. And now we can see up here, we've got a missing link. And we're simply going to launch this script from the panel. Now what's going on here? The script is asking me to select a source folder. So we're going to navigate to where our illustrations are. And we're going to select that folder, click OK. Now you'll see that this image has resolved itself. Now it is good to go. We have our horse, our chicken, and our running hoodoo. Now that script will go in and relink each missing instance it can find. If it can't find a match, it's just going to skip it. All right, next. What happens if you are almost done with your book file and your boss comes to you and says, hey, I need you to please update all of the file formats from this to this. This is very common in the print prep of a book. It is often recommended that you update all of your images to a TIFF file or a high-resolution JPEG file. Now you'll notice, in my document, I've got 2 PNGs in here. PNGs are the worst thing you could have when it comes to print prep, because PNGs do not support CMYK color mode. They can't, it's impossible for them. They only support RGB color mode. Now, if I go and update all of my files to a TIFF file or another file format, and I'm not using a custom script to do it, I'm going to have to relink all of those by hand because the extension has changed. We have another script to help us with that specific problem. This one's going to be InDesign Relinker by Jeremy Howard. This script, you can find this one here at Creative Pro. This script is got a really nice interface to it. As you can see, you have lots of different customization and options you can do. But let's use it. So here we are back in InDesign. Now let's say I go to my file folder here and I've got my images. Okay, so I've got my galloping horse. I'm going to give it its original name and I'm going to update this to a JPEG. Don't do what I'm doing right now. This is just for sake of example. Don't do this in your File Explorer. And then let's update our chicken. If you need to convert your files, please do it in Photoshop. Don't this right here. This for sake of example. All right, and there's our chicken. Chicken.jpg. All right, now here in InDesign, we've got our missing links again. So we want now our script to go look in the folder. Got our folder selected. And if you need to break this down into more specifics, you can. For the sake of what I'm doing, I just need it to find anything that matches the name. But if I was specifically going to do this for a print job, I could deselect everything except for TIFF. Say I wanted to put that good print prep 300 CMYK bleed version in, I could leave just TIFF selected. For our instance, we are looking for JPEG, so that's fine. And we are looking for links that are missing, not modified, or we can just say do all, it doesn't matter. Now, what's the difference between missing and modified? What we have up here is missing, meaning InDesign cannot identify where the link was. Modified is going to be as if you recently saved the file in Photoshop, and it's the same file name, same file extension, but it's an updated version of the same file. That's what a modified one is. You will see a little yellow warning caution symbol up here. That's a modified file. So we're going to go ahead and click continue. And great, there we go. So the script was able to run through that folder and identify the same file name with a different extension. So that's about it. Now you've got 2 tools under your tool belt. You have one script that can help you identify lost images and relink them based on their size. And then you have another script that can help you relink files with the same name, but a different extension. If y'all found this helpful, please leave a like, leave a comment below, and click one of our other videos around us. That's how the algorithm knows that our videos are important and worth caring about. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.